Hey guys, FunnyGuyTimmy here again for another really quick video. The reason I started doing these 5-minute or shorter videos because sometimes I'm asked questions that are really too small of a question or too easily answered to be like a full-length video, so I do a lot of these really short ones. But at the same time, I still wanted them to be accessible and not just jumble a whole bunch into one video. So what we're actually going to be talking about is clicking, snapping, clapping, and that kind of stuff. You'll see a lot of voice actors, professional voice actors, do this kind of, while they're recording, they'll do like this snap, or they'll do a clap or a click, or they'll have like a little device. If you watch Booth Junkie, he has a little it's a little dog training clicker thing. And he actually has a video talking about this exact same thing, and he'll hit it and it'll make this loud snap. And you'll see the spike on the recording. There'll be this really sharp, long, peaking spike in his audio. And Bill DeWeese, if you watch his stuff, he does a mouth click. He actually clicks with his mouth. And then me, personally, I do like a snap. That's just easiest for me to do. I don't have one of those clickers, and that's more than enough of a spike for me to be able to look at the audio and know, that's what that is. What those are for is for editing later, is so that you can do long-form recording, long-form narration, and every time you make a mistake, you will snap. So let's say you're reading a sentence, and you don't get all the way through the sentence, and you make a mistake, you snap. And then you try it again. If you make another mistake, you snap twice. And then if you make another mistake, you'll snap 3 times, et cetera, and so forth, until you, get to the whole sentence correctly, and you go on to the next one. If you make a mistake, snap once, make another mistake on the same sentence, you snap twice. And that way, what this does is, this way you can record for longer periods of time without having to stop, without having to go back and look at stuff. You're just going to record and worry about the editing later. But the snapping, the clicking, the clapping, this is to tell you later when you're going back in, you don't even got to listen to that. You don't even got to listen over that. All you need to know is that these takes that have the snaps immediately after them, the snaps or the clicks, those are no good. Get rid of those. Just go ahead and get rid of those. All the way up to the last one. So if it counts up, and then it'll go to like 1, 2, 3, and then it'll have a take that's totally fine. And then the following, you'll be able to see there'll be 1 snap. So you know that those ones, the 1, 2, and 3, those ones you can just get rid of. And that following sentence, that one's totally fine. It takes a little bit of getting used to and remembering to do that. I personally don't use it very often. The majority of my recordings, I think my average recording time is anywhere between like 10, 15 minutes. I sometimes I will do the snapping and clicking, but for the most part, I don't use it that often, because that's 10 to 15 is like my longest period that I'll, average longest period that I'll record. Most of my recordings are like 30 seconds to a minute of finished product, so it's not that much recording time. So it doesn't take that much time out of my day to just listen back over it, when I'm editing. So I don't use the clicking, the snapping, and the clapping all that often. But that's what that's for. If you were wondering, it's normally something that's used for e-learning, technical narration, ebooks, that kind of stuff. When you're sitting there, you're sitting down, and you're having to read a lot of text and record for a very long period of time. It is something to help you edit later. Now, if you're recording, very short, only for like a couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes max, and you remember where the mistakes were in your recording, like I do, you probably don't have to. But if you're wondering what that's for and, why some voice actors do that, that's what that's for. That's what they're doing. It is a really neat trick, and I personally am trying to get more into that, do more of that. But again, most of my stuff is character work, and so it's not really something that I really need to use a lot. I don't really find that much opportunity, but it is something that, you know, when I have long scripts that I try to use. So anyway, that's what that's for. It's to try to help you with editing later. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. And until next time, peace.